guys, so today I'm going to be showing you my quick go-to makeup. This normally takes me less than 10 minutes, but today I'll be showing you exactly how I get this look and kind of tips and tricks I have for you to look awake and present and like you really tried to do your makeup for this event. Maybe you're going to go get drinks with friends, or you're going to the movies really quick, or maybe you just want something that you can do in the morning for when you're going to class or work, and you want something that's going to be effective but not make you have to wake up 30 minutes early. So if you want to see how you can get this look, then go ahead and continue watching. So one thing that I really kind of like come and go with is my primer, but I always like to wear one when I'm doing something quick, just because I'm usually not using a ton of products to layer so that it will last a long time. So let me show you the primer that I currently swear by. So for primer, I like to use the Step 1 Smoothing Primer from Makeup Forever. I like this one because it really does do exactly what it says. It smooths my skin out, but it also still helps my makeup last for a good amount of time. I don't experience like any makeup fading anywhere, but I really like how effective it is on my skin. So I've just kind of put, you know, a couple like bits of it on. I don't know, that was like what, and I'll blend it out with a brush. For most of these steps you could of course use your hands instead of a brush, but I particularly don't like the feeling of having makeup on my hands, and I also know how terrible the effects of unclean hands on your face can be. And since a lot of these products I have also in my kit, I have touched other people's faces when I've touched these things that I'm mentioning. So just to save myself some heartache, I use brushes because I know that they are clean. Next thing I'm going to do is use a concealer. So I'm going to be using the Smashbox 24-hour Studio Skin Waterproof Concealer, blah, blah, blah. I like this because it has a little bit of like an orangey tone, undertone to it. So I really enjoy putting that underneath my eyes because it really does help with my dark circles, and also kind of on any acne and kind of just around my mouth area, because you guys know I usually use my orange corrector here, but this has a really orangey tone to it, so it really does help, but it also is still a lighter shade than my skin tone, so it's really effective in brightening those areas as well. So I put that on, and then I take another brush. This is the MAC 170. I really do like the shape of the brush and also the density, and I just kind of use that to blend all this in. And I take the concealer up to my eyelids as well, just to kind of even those out. And then straight after, for under my eyes, I use the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. This one is so beat up, but I just use that. And even though this says it's translucent, it is kind of like a lighter shade, so it kind of helps with the brightness under here as well. And my trick for getting out of the door super quickly is powder foundation. And the one that I have used for years, and I kind of stopped using it for a little while, but I've gone back because I love this foundation. It's the MAC Studio Fix Full Coverage Foundation Powder. So I use mine in the shade NC45. I haven't said the shade names of anything, but I know I'll put them on the screen. But this foundation is amazing. For one, you can use a light hand with a little bit and just top over your regular foundation, like liquid foundation. I personally do not like to wear liquid foundations on a regular basis. I just don't like the feel of them anymore. But I do love this, and I can build this up to be as full coverage as I want, or as light. And I'm using this with an e.l.f. powder brush, just this flat top kind of kabuki style brush. And I just swirl this on my face, and it's so quick, and you can get as full coverage as you want. And because you have put that primer down, it helps it to kind of stick to your face so it doesn't just like, you know, blow away in the wind. And we're also going to be setting over this area that we put concealer before to kind of set that in place as well. But I find that this is really effective, and once it really gets a chance to kind of soak into your skin, it's really, really awesome. It just looks really natural. And I don't really have that many, that much texture, really that much scarring on my skin. So I don't feel the need to, you know, wear just it in full coverage, because this brush I'm literally tapping and going onto my face. I'm not using a ton of this product because it can look a little crazy if you do a ton of it when you're not doing much on the rest of your face. So I like this stuff, and I like this brush to apply it. And the next thing I'm going to do, I don't typically wear a lot of highlighter or bronzer, but I do like a blush that is a little bit deeper in tone and that has a little bit of shimmer in it. This is MAC's Ambering Rose, and I sound like a MAC ad, honestly, but I really like MAC's blush formulas. Most people do like MAC blush formulas because they are pretty awesome. They're pigmented, but they blend really easily. And I'm just using this on like a round blush brush, and I just kind of put this on my cheeks, and if you can see, it has a shimmer to it, like a sheen. So it'll give me color, but also give me that same kind of brightening effect that a highlighter would, because it has a little bit of a shimmer running through it. You can of course use a you could use a you could use a matte blush if you prefer. If you don't like any shimmer in your blush at all, that's totally fine. I like the kind of 2-in-1 purposes. It just looks really healthy, really awake, and I just blend over top of that with the same brush I use my foundation with, and that kind of just softens it into the skin and makes. Next, I work on eyebrows, and this for me is probably what I spend most of my time on. But I'm gonna be using the NYX brow mascara, and this one is in the shade Espresso, and I really like this. Like, I haven't really heard anybody talk about this, but it adds a little bit of a tint to the brow. I'm just gonna apply this to my eyebrow hairs, and it tints them so you kind of get, you know, you could stop here. Honestly, a normal person should stop here. But if you love makeup and you love a strong brow like I do, I also go in with another NYX product. This is the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and I use the shade Espresso in this as well. And because this is so fine, I can just go in and be really effective in just making a few hair-like marks to kind of fill in my brow a little bit more naturally. I mean, it's not gonna be that natural because it's me and I love a strong brow, but it's a lot quicker than just going in with nothing. I like to do the mascara first because it kind of gives me a guideline to the shape and what needs to be filled in, what doesn't need to be filled in. Alright, so I just went and did the other eyebrow off camera, but I like to finally set these with the NYX Brow Stylist Plumper because it really does a good job of holding my eyebrows in place. This is a lot of products for my eyebrows, I understand. but you can obviously use less and still be equally as effective. Now for my eyes, what I generally do, because I don't like to fiddle around with too much when I'm just trying to get out the door, I just take a little bit of my bronzer. This is the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil bronzer, and I take just a fluffy brush. And I'm about to show y'all. It's just as simple as putting a little bit of this into the crease and blending it out just for some definition. Because you've got your face powder already all over your lids. You just add, you know, a crease color. Like, it doesn't have to be bronzer. You could use a legitimate eyeshadow, but you can use your bronzer. If you use bronzer instead of blush because maybe you're a bronzer person, then now you kill two birds with one stone, and you can put your bronzer on and then put it on your eyelids, and you've got a cute little makeup look. So that's literally all I'm gonna do as far as like shadow or anything like that is concerned. I take a very thin line of black. You could use a black eyeshadow, you could use a kohl pencil, you could use anything you want for this step. I like liquid liner just because for me it's very quick, and I think it is really effective. Okay, so I put a line of that on, and then I put on mascara. And the mascara that I'm using is my favorite, the Lancome Définitions in black. This is a different sample. I know that you guys have seen this before and you're like, okay, literally how long do you use samples for? Well, this is a new one, so don't come for me. So I'm gonna put that on and just kind of be doing that off camera because, like, I'm sure you know how to put on mascara. So I'm going to put like a ton on the top and just like a little bit on the bottom, and you guys will see that in just a second. I also realized that I didn't do one of like my most crucial steps, like something that I do all the time. I used to be a black in the waterline kind of gal. But here recently, I have really, well, not here recently, I do a lot of like bright-eyed looks, but in particular on a regular basis, I really like to use a white pencil. This is from Sephora brand. This is their eye pencil to go in number 10, pure white. So I'm gonna put a little bit of this into my lower waterline. And now for lips, always do a liquid lipstick. Okay, so I have a couple of options, but my favorite shade is this one. This is Michael from Lena Lashes. This is a liquid lipstick from her, and I really love this shade. Yeah, so let me take my hair down. Yeah, so that is my go-to makeup and will continue to be my go-to makeup here in the new year in 2017. But yeah, let me know if you guys try out this kind of method of quick, effective makeup. It's kind of my go-to when I'm like, when my friends are like, oh, we're gonna go get drinks, or oh, we're gonna go get food, and I've been sitting in my house all day. Or I just woke up like today and I have to go be with a ton of clients. So yeah, that's really all I have for this video. Give me a like if you did like it, and subscribe for more content from me in this new year. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.